Welcome to Beyond Our Focus. I'm Stefan, this is Amanda, and this is Breaking Prisms, where we go over Love, Death, and Robots. We go over the Twilight Zone. We went over all of Black Mirror, so go check that out because it was pretty awesome. Today,
before you continue, just throwing it out there, that is the worst time I have ever heard him say Breaking Prisms. We're not throwing out a rap album, just putting that out there.
I mean, you don't know that.
Maybe you're going solo. I don't know.
Can't see me? Can't see me?
You are the pale.
Today!
I will use the words. You are the palest dude. And yeah, never mind. Anyways, continue on.
We are going over Love, Death, and Robots, Season 1, Episode 2, called 3 Robots.
No, you're just a WWE announcer.
Something along those lines. This is about, as it says, 3 robots.
It's getting worse, isn't it? Yes, it is about 3 robots. Love how it starts out. It's very doom and gloom. You have the world on fire, pretty much. Like, you can see rubble and cars and skulls and skeletons. And you're like, after watching Sunny's Edge, you're like, oh my goodness, this is going to be great. We're going to get some robot battling. Because it's called 3 robots. Obviously, it's going to have a robot on it.
And then we get, like, the classic Terminator scene.
Yes.
Of this robot crushing a skull.
Yes, and the dynamic of the foot, it just looks so serious. He even, like, climbs up to the top of this hill, and he just stands there. And you're like, this is going to be good. And then he's like, we're fucking lost, aren't we? Yeah.
And it is, in fact, good. It's just... It's not serious at all. I mean, it's like, this episode's like, can you spoil this episode? Not really, but kind of.
At the end you
It's
can.
got one little thing, but it's about 3 robots in a post-apocalyptic world.
They're pretty much,
That's what
I would
it is.
say they're on a tourist, they're touring the post-apocalyptic city that they're in.
Yes. That is what this episode is about. They describe all that in the first 30 seconds the episode's playing.
And very classic tourist moves. You have the one that's hyped. He's kind of leading the whole thing. He's trying to make everything fun. Yeah, pretty much. He's the fun, exciting one. Like, aha, you guys should see this. You have the other one who's kind of the pessimist about it. He's like, you've seen them all. You've seen one, you've seen them all. And then you have the really, really touristy robot.
She's great.
She is. She's amazing.
I mean, she might be one of the best. They're great as a trio. It is a very funny episode. It is also insanely dark.
Yes.
For how light-humored it is also very, very dark.
Let us rephrase that. It's very dark on humanity's part. To humankind,
yes,
it is pretty damn dark.
I mean, you see a lot of very dark imagery, as in a skeleton child. It's like, oh, how's it going, little fella?
Like, you have these 3 robots just tromping around this city, joking about things, trying to understand what humanity was about, and then you have the, walking dictionary, like walking Wikipedia over there, snapping pictures of everything. She's hilarious. She's hilarious.
Again, they all have their part to play in this. They're all great. Could we totally use an entire, 8 to 10 episodes, 15 minutes apiece, about them exploring, I don't care, one city, 15 different cities? I don't care. Let's just get them riffing off each other and going through these cities, because I think it's hilarious.
So it's going to be the new sitcom, The 3 Robots.
Yeah. I'd be down with this.
It's like Three's Company, except it's 3 robots.
At the adventures of 3 robots. Yes. And I'm down. I'm in. Like the first episode. This episode is great. We probably could have gotten more, and I wouldn't have hurt my feelings at all.
Oh, no, not at all.
But, again, the first episode is so good. It is such a high note, in my opinion, the first episode.
It really is.
That it's almost impossible. It'd be insanely hard for them to match that first episode. If you're going to start a series, that's a great way to start it. Now, something interesting I read it a while back, forgot about it when we were talking about it last week, was that Netflix was trying something interesting with Love, Death, and Robots. That some users, they switch the order of the episodes. So for some people, the first episode was Sunny's Edge. And for other people, the first episode was the space one. The Keeler Rift.
Oh, damn.
That was the first one.
Damn.
So, that's another great episode. But, woo, buddy.
Could you imagine watching, like, now that we know, like, we've watched it with Sunny's Edge as the first one. Every single time, yes. So it's like, could you imagine finding Sunny's Edge just randomly in the series?
No, well, my thing is, can you imagine watching Keeler Rift first?
Well, we haven't gotten there yet. We can't say why. Yeah.
That episode. So a lot of people got mad at Netflix because they thought that Netflix was targeting them specifically because of the content. The main difference between Sunny's Edge and that episode.
I would say the relationship.
Yes. That's the main reason.
Yeah.
One was this gay relationship, and one was a straight relationship. And people thought that Netflix was targeting them specifically.
See, I love how my brain works because it didn't work as in, female relationship or like whatever, male to female relationship. I don't know I don't know what the days. I can't use the normal terms of today's because I don't know them. What is it? Cis relationship? I don't know.
I'm not hip.
Anyway, I'm not hip either. I'm sorry, guys. We're old people. We're old folks.
But that was the big conflict when this came out.
My brain was just like, I didn't think of that first. When you said, what is the main difference between the two? I'm sitting here thinking, well, they both had sex in them. I mean, or like both had nudity. Both were pretty horrific.
So the thing is, they both actually have quite a bit in common.
Yeah.
But there is one notable difference between the two.
Yeah.
One has, both of them, the relationship aspect of them take a very back seat.
Yes.
They're not about what the episode's about.
Exactly. That's why it shouldn't
matter.
It
is in there, and people took that as though Netflix was targeting them. So if Netflix thought that you were gay, they were giving you Sunny's Edge. If they thought you were straight, they were giving you a Keeler Rift.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Netflix came out and said, no. We don't have that information to know what your sexual preference is.
I mean, yes, there are actually a lot of, like, especially indie films and everything that deal with a lot of, like, coming-of-age stories and stuff like that.
Yeah. Netflix could, if they really, really wanted to, analyze every user and be like, what films? You seem to watch a lot of films where guy-on-guy or girl-on-girl relationships or not, so we're going to give you this one.
I don't know. I think that's ridiculous.
But it was a controversy when it first came out. They were just testing, I guess, to see if maybe, whatever reason, they maybe thought certain users would be more interested in each episode to try to get them more hooked on their original series. So it was just something interesting.
Why does it matter? Why does it matter? Both Sunny's Edge was phenomenal. Okay, phenomenal.
And again, to me, it seems that it doesn't seem true because me and you both.
Yeah.
We both got Sunny's Edge.
Yes.
And I mean, that's just what we got, and I don't feel like I was targeted for any reason in that particular one. But what do I know?
I don't know. As I said, I loved Sunny's Edge. It's like, I don't really understand why that was a huge deal anyways. Like, even if that's the one you did get, be happy. Because Sunny's Edge was...
Sunny's Edge, again, I will say, we've said it before, it's one of, if not my favorite episode of the entire 18-episode run.
Yes.
But again, Keeler Rift, also super good.
And we will get to that one. It'll be a bit. It's towards the later episodes.
Oh, no, it's like episode 6.
Really?
So it's more like a third of the way in.
Yeah. Either way, it's a bit of ways, but we'll get to that, and you'll know why. You'll know why. We're like another good episode you could start out with.
But it's good in a lot of different ways, and I'm happy Sunny's Edge was the first episode I got. That's all I'm saying. I'm happy that was the first episode.
And you're like, nope.
Because I think in some ways that Keeler Rift could turn people off.
Yes.
If they thought the rest would be more like that episode. Yeah. Because that episode, there's a few things in it that's like, okay, throw over me like this, maybe not.
Oh, that's great. Like, especially if you didn't know... I can't say everybody, but especially if you didn't really know what the whole anthology thing was,
Yes.
and you thought they were all connected.
Love, Death, and Robots. Okay, cool. Let's check it out. Oh God, no, nope. Never mind. I'm out. Where
Anyways.
I personally think Sunny's Edge was a more approachable first episode.
Yeah.
As just far as I think is a really cool, more action-oriented episode that's more easily to draw people in.
Yes.
Now that we've reviewed Sunny's Edge again and episode 6 that we were talking almost none about, episode 2, 3 robots. Now that we're gone longer than the episode itself, how about we actually talk about the episode?
Sure. What was the episode again? Okay,
Hilarious. Great. The robots are great, which we've already discussed.
So let's rate it and then go into the more descriptive area.
Yeah, because we're 13 minutes in.
I'm sorry, guys. This has been a day. It has been a full entire day of
tangent.
Just great.
We love this series. You should watch the whole thing.
Yes.
So what are we rating 3 robots?
Because obviously it's coming right after Sunny's Edge, so it's got hard competition right now. We are giving it a solid 4.
Solid 4, and I truthfully could be fairly happy with a 5. Personally, it is I think a phenomenal episode.
So it's like if we almost saved that companion cube. We were like this close.
If we did halves, I'd give it a 4.5.
Yes. Definitely. It was one of those times where the cube was coming down and you go to grab it and it just falls. It just tragically falls to its death.
We very much enjoyed this episode. It is a great episode. We're going to spoil the very little bit of tiny things that there is to spoil. I mean, it's an 11-minute episode. You truthfully should have just watched it or go watch it and come back because it's 11 minutes.
And it's 11 minutes worth it. Even though we'll miss you if you never want to come back, just go watch.
They're like, you've barely talked about the episode. You mentioned there were robots in it, and you went on a tangent about other episodes. So, we've talked nothing about it. Anyway, still, it's a great episode. We're in spoilers, so. Which, is your cats. That's really the only thing that's spoiled. That's really it.
We get some fun, not fun, I guess, tragically fun.
Everything, that's this episode in a nutshell. Tragically fun.
We get some notes to like what humanity is viewed as from the outside, as far as not understanding why we ingest food, to what we actually did to the planet, and just all the stupid things, like trivial things we find fun. They're like, we don't get it.
Playing with a basketball.
Yes.
They don't understand. Which was funny. Everything was funny. Cats.
Yes.
They don't understand.
They're like, it's making a purring sound. Okay, if it stops, you die. Like,
it explodes.
Because
there was this thing on the internet about exploding kittens. And if
there was a game.
There was a game.
There was a game called Exploding Kittens.
It's going to explode if it stops purring.
So then the cat officially becomes part of the crew as they venture forward. And eventually we get to a nuke. A nuke? Yeah.
I don't even know if that was... It was a very big bomb.
An atom bomb, a nuke, some sort of missile of some sort.
I mean, it has some weird numbers on the side.
Yeah.
It was insanely large.
And they're like, oh, well, they had a bunch of these. And it's like, really? Why did you need a bunch?
Like, they created things to kill an insane amount of humans.
Yeah.
How many would they have to fire to kill everyone? Not very many or something.
Yeah. And then, of course, so this is how humanity died. And it's like, no. And then we get the female amazing robot character diving down into her wiki dictionary mode and just going into a huge thing about how we destroyed the air and the water and killed all the animals and just...
It was a similar speech. It sounds to The Matrix. It's the first thing I think of. He's talking about scorching the sky and stuff. It's like, we destroyed our planet. Yeah. That's what happened. And humanity died because we killed the planet.
Yes. And she literally went so deep and dark that the guys are like, whoa. And she's like, oh, sorry about that. And...
back up. Yes. You gotta warn us next time before you do that.
And then they turn around to leave, and the other robot's like, oh, okay, so I get it. And he just snapped it into, like, humanity destroyed the planet. That's it. We destroyed nature, and that just backfired on us. Which, that sounds really familiar, guys.
Yeah, really familiar.
So then we get to the main spoiler.
It's just his own little thing.
Oh, it was natural disaster. Oh, so humanity died from natural disaster and because of cats. They genetically modified cats to have opposable thumbs.
And it's like once we're able to open up our own tuna cans, it was the end of humanity. The cat talks now, and they're very super intelligent and have opposable thumbs.
Yes, and then of course the robots are like, so is it true that if we stop petting you, you blow up? And it's like, well, I didn't say that, but...
It's funny. It's a nice little conclusion to this little trio exploring.
So now you got a trio and a ton of cats.
A lot of cats. Again, I'd be totally down with this just being them in a different city for 15 episodes. Or just any parts of the country or world, different apocalyptic areas, and then explore and touring.
See, and that's the crazy thing, because it's like you think about it, and it's like we see three robots the entire episode. Obviously, it's called 3 robots, but it's like, how far off the grid did they go to the city to where you don't see any other robot?
Again, this leaves you like... There's a lot more to this world that could be explored and maybe really interesting. Like, if robots have flourished, and there's a lot of them, which we assume there is, they have some kind of city-ish hub area.
I would assume so.
Which can't imagine what it would look like. And we don't see that. And we don't see any other robots. All we see are these cats.
Which the cats seem to be doing fine without us, so.
I'm not sure what they're eating. We also didn't see any other creature of any kind other than cats.
Well, if cats survived, I assume they kept something else. Maybe they breed mice. Who knows?
No idea. Yeah, there's a lot of answers we don't understand. But it's a really, really, really fun, hilarious, dark and twisted episode.
Amazing. So we gave it a 4, almost a 5. So
it's a 4.
It's a 4.
We don't
but
to have
yeah.
At this point, we almost should.
Well, it depends, because I know that you wanted to knock cubes off eventually. We can't knock half a cube off unless you just flick it, and it barely makes it to the table.
You're true on that. We'll get there eventually, maybe.
half cubes that break in half, and you're just like...
That's going to be a lot. That's going to be hard. Get one that breaks in half.
Put it right in place to where we know which one it is.
Ding!
Magic trick.
Yay! So, let us know what you thought of the episode. This is about twice as long as the actual episode was.
Well, we went on a huge spiel about other episodes that probably shouldn't have happened, but...
Love That the Robots is great, and you should watch all of it because it's really good.
Also, just enjoy the content as it is. I don't know why people freak out about random...
I don't know if they do that anymore. I just know it was a thing when it aired originally. Which, I mean, I saw it, like, right after it came out.
It's like, Netflix, if you want to target me with amazing characters and beastie battles, you go right ahead. Please, bring it.
It was a great target. I very thoroughly enjoyed the episode. It definitely kept me coming back for more. But either episode would have kept me coming back for more. Yeah. But I could see the Killer Rift episode, maybe driving off certain audiences.
We'll get there.
There's things about that episode, but they're very spoilery.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways.
Go watch Love, Death, and Robots. That's pretty much the gist of it.
We'll be doing episode 3 next week, called.
Which one is it? Oh.
It's called. I know the name of it. It's the Naked Lady.
Oh.
I know the name of it.
It's not Something Awake, is it? No.
It's about... It's like... Repeat or... I'm very upset with myself. Yeah. I should know the name. We should both know the name. Especially since we just kind of both looked at it too long ago. But it is what it is. You find it. I'm going to X this out of here. Okay. But as always, you can reach me at Stars on Travel. Reach Amanda at KC Pup. Reach the show at Beyond Our Focus everywhere, including YouTube and podcast services around the globe. Maybe.
Oh, that was great. Well.
Did you find the name?
The Witness.
The Witness.
We were both way the hell off. Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds right, but I was thinking something a little different.
But
yeah, The Witness is episode 3. It's really adult. So
yeah, just be warned. That one is very in your face about a lot of stuff. So
the first one is gore and language with a little tiny bit of nudity. The second one, just language.
Just language.
Third one, all of the above. I think it has everything. There's language. There's an insane amount of nudity. And
there's blood everywhere, so you're good.
Yeah, so yeah, it's all the above. So yeah, this is the least child-friendly one of all the episodes, I think.
Yeah, I completely agree.
So they really go out of their way on this one. But until next time, long days and pleasant nights.